Hi guys, this is Angela and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys the story of how my Instagram following went from 5k to 80k in less than a year. I had around 5,000 followers around last year in October. It's July 2020 right now and I have around 80k followers on Instagram. The number really shouldn't matter and it doesn't validate if you are a great artist or not. But if you're someone like me who is working at a full-time job and daydreams about becoming a full-time artist, having a bigger following, whether it's on Instagram or other platforms, will allow that platform to turn into your marketing tool for your art and your business. I'm really lucky and really grateful for everyone that have followed me, and I really hate to see it as the statistical way, as some kind of strategy. But a lot of you have also asked me on Instagram how I grew my following, so I know this is something on everyone's mind one way or the other. So I tried to really analyze my Instagram and try to understand why exactly I gained more followers, and I would like to share with you guys the 5 things that I noticed. So the first thing is having a good page layout. Try to think about how your entire feed will look like when you post a new drawing. Having a really uniformed post style, creating this very aesthetic page view, will help people to gauge what exactly your page is all about, what your art style is, and who you are as an artist. Try to take notice of the mood your page is giving off. Is it really calm, bright, and positive? Is that what your art style is about? The first 9 or 12 thumbnails on your page kind of becomes your homepage. Sometimes I would archive a post if it doesn't go along with the flow of my general page layout. So the second thing is post often and consistently. Posting often and not spamming people is pretty much a no-brainer. The more you post, the more likely people will click on your art and follow your account. When I'm too busy and I stop posting for 2 weeks, I notice the numbers start to stagnate or even decline. Usually one of my posts will attract likes and following for maybe 2 to 4 days. After that, it will start declining. Most people, like myself, follow hundreds or even thousands of artists online. If you don't post, people will eventually forget about your art. If you post consistently, people will remember your art style and they will follow along your little art journey. Sometimes I'll see a post on my Instagram and be surprised like, who's this? Do I follow this person? I don't really remember seeing their art. Of course, if their art is amazing, I will still like and comment and bow down and look up to them as art gods. But I'm just saying, the more consistent you are, the more you will make an impression in your audience mind, the more they will remember your style and enjoy following you along your pursuit of art. So point number 3 is find a theme or medium and stick with it for a while. It doesn't have to be forever. Say if you have an idea of doing a series of landscape studies, if you post 12 of them consistently, not only is it more pleasing to look at, it also becomes this series of art people can follow along. The top 2 times that my Instagram following increased like crazy was when I was doing a series of drawings. For example, I did 30 days of sketches on my Moleskine sketchbook. A lot of people follow me back then, 4 or 5 years ago. And then when I did my 21 days in Japan booklet, I was posting Japan-themed Posca marker drawings every day, and people really enjoyed that as well. It definitely also helps if the theme or the medium you're using is popular. I'm not telling you to conform to what's popular, but if it just so happens that you also enjoy it, why not take advantage of it? It doesn't hurt to ride that wave if it helps you to gain your audience. So point number 4 is take good photos. This applies for traditional artists or people working with handmade crafts. You don't have to use a fancy camera. It's really just all about how you lay out your photo. Working traditionally, I've noticed Whenever I place the art tool that I used against my artwork, people tend to click on it more. It's almost like they can peek at your workstation to check out what you're working on. I've also noticed having your hand in the photo, if you're holding a pen or holding your art, it really gives people a feeling of, oh, I'm checking out this person's art that they just created. And having your hand in it also helps to tell the scale of your work. If you're working digitally or if you post photography, I think it's really important to pay attention to how the composition of your thumbnails flow together. So not only do you have to create great compositions for your paintings, but when you post them, does that composition work well with another composition beside it? Color is also something to pay attention to. Do the colors of two posts work harmoniously or do they clash too much? That's something that both traditional and digital artists can pay attention to. So point number 5 is engage with your followers. I really don't want to make this sound like a strategy because I just do it genuinely because I want to connect with them. And I've been on the other side. I follow people, so I know how it feels to like and comment on someone's art. Whenever I am blown away by an artist I follow, I will always like and comment. The artist replied, or even if they just like hearted my comment, I'll be like, oh my god, senpai noticed me, they're so kind, and I'll be more inclined to leave a comment again. The reason why having comment is important, not only is it a way to engage with the artist or the audience, how many comments you have within how many hours is also how the Instagram algorithm picks up your work. So don't act too aloof, don't act like a Sasuke, just be kind and reply to people's comments. So the last thing I want to mention, because it's so obvious, I didn't want it making into point number 6, is that just create good art, put out good content. Post things that people will get inspired by, pieces that you're really proud of and happy to show. Of course, it's also okay to post sketches and work in progress, but I try to post them alongside my final piece in one single post. Oh, and also, try to use hashtags. In the first 4 years of using Instagram, I was like, I'm too cool for hashtags, I don't need them. Writing a good caption or description is really important as well. It will give people a kind of background story to the piece that you just posted. It just makes it more interesting and more easy for people to engage and comment. So for people who are already famous or they already have exposure in media or magazines, they don't really need to try so hard. Like they can get like 80k followers within 2-3 days. But for people like me who doesn't have like online fame and need to start from scratch, it's really important to pay attention to these points I just mentioned. And of course, it doesn't apply to everyone because I mostly just talked about artists with traditional art, but hopefully it was helpful for anyone who is looking to grow their art account. I remember for the longest time, my following stayed around 3,000 to 4,000. For maybe 2 years, it didn't grow. Instead, it was declining. Maybe the spam accounts got deleted or something. Every time I post, my number would just go down and I was so like upset and discouraged by it. And I almost gave up. I was like, I will never get to 10k. I will never have a following like other people have. For me back then, even 10k was like a faraway number, a number that I will never get to. And then when I did hit 10k, I was so like honored and grateful. And then I thought, this is it. I'm gonna get 10k and won't grow beyond that. But at the time, my partner George, he was very encouraging. And he told me, oh, I can see your account becoming 100k. Nah, it's not possible. How can I become 100k? How can I get that much following? But I kept working on it. I kept making art and now I'm at 80k. I'm really grateful for anyone who follows my Instagram account, follow my YouTube, my journey in art and making videos. I'm just really glad I didn't give up. I didn't give up on posting art and I'm not going to give up on making videos. I hope anyone who is in the same boat as me to just keep going at it, never give up because one day you will reach that number you think you will never reach. I hope we can all create more art and they can all be appreciated by more people. So thanks for watching this video and good luck to all of us who are pursuing our passion.